it's Rebecca. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do some fun crafts. I'm actually going to do what is considered a stained glass mason jar. So these are actually faux stained glass mason jars, and what's great about these are pretty easy to do, and they kind of take some stress away from you too. That's what I love about being creative and crafts and everything like that, because it does help you to feel like a release of stress, and it also makes you feel like you could do something around your house. So these stained glass mason jars were each basically made with glue and acrylic paint, so it was just mixed together to form what is in front of you. And I will show you step by step how to make these. They're a lot of fun, and they're very beautiful to decorate your home with. You can put candles in them, you can put flowers in them, you can make it into a toothpaste holder, you can make it into a pencil holder, just whatever you feel is right for you. So what's great is each of these mason jars that I made for you today have a special meaning to them. So on this specific mason jar it says pray, and then on this one it says blessed, and then on this one it says breathe. So these three were made to help me remind myself to not stress out. I know there's a lot going on in the world. I know life is stressful. I know work can be stressful. But just to quiet the noise, remind yourself that there is hope and that there is a lot of reasons to keep yourself like in a good place, in a place of peace. So this particular craft that we're doing today, you could do that too. You can write some words on there to remind you to stay stress-free, or you could just be creative. What I did was geometric shapes, which is like kind of what you see here. They're all different shapes. Some you can just hand-free draw it because they're pretty easy to draw, or you can print out a pattern and then draw it, trace it on the mason jar. So completely up to you what you feel comfortable with. So I feel like this is a great craft to definitely start with. Stained glass is becoming more trendy now. So it used to be that mason jars were about 4 years ago, and what I did here was taking something old, an old trend, and added a new trend, because 2020 is going to be all about stained glass. So I definitely think this is a great project for you to do. So I hope you enjoy it. Please like, comment, or subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
So first you want to take a jar. It can be any kind of jar, mason jar, or any kind of clear jar. Then you want to put the pattern inside and take a Sharpie and basically trace that pattern onto the jar. Then you can trace it with the paint when you're ready, but you can actually just freehand draw if you're comfortable with that as well. It can work either way. So you're going to take some Elmer's glue, and you're going to take some black acrylic paint, and you're going to pour about 2 tablespoons in there, just so that the color, just enough to get the color to black, because you're going to be using the glue as basically as an outline. So you want to mix that in pretty well to get the black all mixed in with the glue, so that when you start tracing it, it does make a nice little trace for the stained glass effect. And once it's done, you just shake it up, and then you start tracing it on the actual jar. Now take the glue mixture and trace the pattern that you drew with your Sharpie. I would recommend letting the black paint dry as much as possible before putting in any more paint. Now you want to take the clear glue and add it to the paint tray. Just a couple dots, or 1 or 2 dots basically in the paint tray, not a lot, because you're just going to add some color to this. Now add your desired colors to the paint tray and stir with a skewer. Now for the fun part, let's paint the pattern on the jar. You can paint each color wherever you'd like. Just make sure you let it dry as much as possible before adding more color. That way it doesn't drip into the other color. After your work is done, let it dry for 1 hour. Preheat the oven for 200 degrees. Leave them in the oven for about 45 minutes and then take them out to cool. You can also follow the Bold Encourager on all the social media pages. Please see the links above. I hope you have a great day and I appreciate all your support.